Tammy Slaton, a central figure in TLC's hit reality series 1000 Elb Sisters, has always captured attention with her resilience, vulnerability, and life-altering journey. But nothing prepared fans for the shock and admiration that followed her first public appearance after undergoing major skin removal surgery. The moment she stepped out, many were left asking, "Is this real?" It wasn't just about her physical transformation, it was about the culmination of years of pain, effort, and hard-won victories. In her first public appearance since the procedure, Tammy revealed a version of herself that fans had never seen before. For the many who had followed her story from the beginning, it was a powerful full-circle moment. She wasn't just showcasing a new body. She was presenting a new self, one that had come through fire, loss, and struggle. Tammy's public reveal didn't come with a red carpet or a dramatic unveiling. It wasn't staged or glamorized. It was authentic, true to the nature of the show and a persona Tammy has always projected. Fans saw her walking with greater ease, her frame noticeably smaller, her arms and legs no longer burdened by excess skin that once caused both physical discomfort and emotional distress. The reaction was instant and overwhelming. Social media platforms exploded with messages of encouragement and disbelief. Many fans had watched Tammy in the early seasons, battling oxygen dependency, facing repeated hospitalizations, and struggling against the odds. Seeing her now, standing confidently and smiling with a lightness that extended far beyond her physical form, felt almost surreal. Tammy had previously opened up about her desire to undergo skin removal surgery. After achieving significant weight loss and qualifying for bariatric surgery, she knew the next step would be the removal of the loose, hanging skin, a common side effect of losing hundreds of pounds in a relatively short amount of time. Though often overlooked by outsiders, this stage of transformation is as emotionally taxing as it is physically demanding. Her decision to go through with the surgery wasn't made lightly. Skin removal carries risks, recovery is painful, and it demands another level of mental and physical strength. For Tammy, however, it was not just about aesthetics or convenience, it was about freedom. Freedom from infections, freedom from chafing, freedom from the visual reminders of a body that had once imprisoned her. In interviews and social media posts following the surgery, Tammy spoke openly about the pain, both before and after. The recovery period was difficult. The scars were raw. The healing was slow. But she never shied away from showing the truth. Instead of hiding her bandaged arms or reshaped abdomen, Tammy revealed them with pride. "These scars are proof I made it," she reportedly said, echoing the sentiments of many who undergo such procedures. What surprised many was not just how different Tammy looked, but how different she seemed. She exuded a quiet confidence, a sense of calm that contrasted starkly with her former persona, often marked by frustration, hopelessness, and health scares. This was not the Tammy who once had to be hospitalized to save her life. This was not the Tammy who had to rely on others for basic needs. This was someone reborn, someone who had taken control and was holding on tight. The transformation also prompted a re-examination of Tammy's role in the 1000 Elb Sisters narrative. Often seen as the more volatile sibling, Tammy had long been the source of concern, controversy, and criticism. Her struggles with food addiction, her combative attitude, and her frequent medical emergencies painted a portrait of someone on the brink. Many questioned whether she could ever really change. But Tammy proved them wrong. Her new appearance is just the surface. Beneath it is a person who made hard decisions, endured physical agony, and persisted through self-doubt. The fans' reaction speaks volumes. Comments poured in saying, "She looks amazing," "I can't believe this is the same person," and, more than once, "Is this real?" For many viewers, Tammy's transformation represents hope. Hope that no matter how dire things seem, change is possible. That even if progress is slow, it's still progress. That bodies and lives can be rebuilt, reshaped, and reclaimed. Tammy has credited her support system for helping her reach this point. While her sister Amy, once considered the more stable of the two, faced her own challenges, particularly around motherhood and personal struggles. Tammy gradually took steps forward. The show documented her stay in a rehab facility for food addiction, her eventual eligibility for weight loss surgery, and her commitment to therapy and recovery. Even in the darkest moments, Tammy remained determined. That determination now radiates through her physical presence. Her skin removal surgery was not just a cosmetic milestone, it was a symbolic one. For many individuals who undergo massive weight loss, the loose skin that remains is a haunting reminder of their past. By removing it, Tammy sent a clear message: she's not going back. The public appearance wasn't just about her unveiling, it was about ownership. For years, Tammy's body had been discussed, dissected, and displayed in ways that weren't always kind. The cameras of reality TV can be unforgiving. But this time, Tammy stood in front of them on her own terms. She didn't wear overly flashy clothing or attempt to overcompensate. Instead, she wore a simple outfit that accentuated her new figure but allowed her to remain comfortable. Her face bore signs of healing, not just from surgery, but from years of emotional strain. The absence of heaviness around her eyes, the lightness in her voice, and the way she carried herself told its own story. For TLC, this moment marked a major point in 1000 Elb Sisters. Reality TV often thrives on drama, but Tammy's public debut after surgery added emotional weight without theatrics. It provided a rare and deeply human moment, one that felt sincere and unfiltered. Medical experts and body-positive advocates also weighed in. Many praised Tammy for being open about her skin removal process. In an industry where transformations are often hidden behind photo edits and cosmetic secrecy, her transparency was refreshing. It educated fans on what massive weight loss truly involves: the reality of excess skin, the infections that can come with it, the emotional toll it takes. Tammy didn't glamorize it, she made it real. And in doing so, she helped destigmatize a part of the weight loss journey that many avoid discussing. Her scars, now healing, are not symbols of imperfection, they are symbols of survival. And for fans who have walked similar paths, or who are still at the beginning of their own weight loss journeys, her appearance offered inspiration. Tammy's path isn't over. She's still recovering. She's still adjusting to a new body and a new lifestyle. But if her first public appearance post-surgery is any indication, the future holds promise. Fans are eager to see what comes next, not just in terms of her physical evolution, but her personal growth. In many ways, Tammy Slaton's story is no longer just about weight. It's about reclaiming life after years of losing it to addiction, mental health struggles, and physical limitations. It's about choosing health, even when it's hard. About moving forward, even when people expect you to fail. So when fans saw her for the first time post-surgery and asked, "Is this real?" the answer is yes. It's as real as it gets. And for Tammy Slaton, that reality is worth every step, every scar, and every ounce of strength it took to get there. Tammy Slaton, one of the most well-known faces from TLC's reality show 1000 Elb Sisters, recently made headlines after publicly revealing her surgery scars for the very first time following her dramatic makeover. In a candid and emotionally powerful moment, Tammy addressed her followers with raw honesty and vulnerability that many fans had never seen before. The transformation was not just physical, it was deeply personal, emotional, and psychological. Tammy began her journey on 1000 Elb Sisters alongside her sister Amy Slaton. From the very beginning, viewers were introduced to her struggles with extreme obesity, health complications, emotional dependency, and the daily challenges of living in a body that once weighed over 700 pounds. For years, Tammy had been battling both physical and mental limitations. The path to self-acceptance and health was far from linear. Tammy had long dreamed of undergoing weight loss surgery, but various setbacks, including health crises, mental health struggles, and lack of commitment in the early stages, delayed her progress. As the show documented, Tammy went through multiple attempts to qualify for bariatric surgery. often falling short of the goals set by her doctors. It wasn't just about the number on the scale, it was about her mindset, her commitment, and her readiness to truly change her life. After a near-fatal health scare in 2021 that led to a medically induced coma, Tammy made a dramatic shift in her outlook. She entered a rehab facility, stuck with a strict plan, and over time, lost enough weight to finally qualify for the surgery. The procedure, a major step in her transformation, was performed successfully and marked a turning point in her journey. Until recently, Tammy had kept many details of the surgery private. While she had shared glimpses of her weight loss and lifestyle changes on social media and the show, she refrained from showing the physical aftermath, her scars. That changed in a recent update, where Tammy spoke openly and directly to her followers, removing the veil and presenting her body as it truly is, scars and all. "I never thought I'd feel ready to share this part of me," she said. "But I've come so far, and hiding it doesn't help anyone, not even me." The moment marked a powerful shift in Tammy's public image. For years, critics had attacked her for her appearance, her attitude, and her perceived lack of effort. Others sympathized but questioned her commitment to changing her life. Now, with visible proof of her transformation and the physical consequences of her journey, Tammy made a statement without dramatics or theatrics. This was her truth. Her scars, she explained, are not a source of shame. In fact, they are symbols of her survival. "These scars made me cry when I first saw them," she admitted. "But not because I hated them. I cried because I realized how strong I've had to be. These marks, they show what I've been through. What I fought through. What I survived." The reaction from fans was swift and overwhelmingly positive. Support poured in from across the internet, with many followers applauding her bravery, honesty, and emotional growth. Her reveal resonated with countless people who have dealt with their own body image issues, surgeries, or journeys of healing. Tammy's transformation goes beyond weight loss. She has changed the way she interacts with the world and herself. In the past, Tammy often came across as combative and defensive, which even she has acknowledged in hindsight. She has since worked on emotional regulation, therapy, and self-reflection. The surgery may have changed her body, but her inner work is what seems to have truly reshaped her life. In her update, Tammy made it clear that the scars weren't the end, they were just another part of the long process. "People think that once you lose weight, everything's perfect," she said. "But that's not how it works. You still have to deal with all the things that made you gain weight in the first place. You still have to heal." Her words reflect a growing understanding in society that transformation is not a destination, but a journey. For Tammy, the journey has been filled with obstacles, and she has not tried to sugarcoat that fact. She acknowledged that there were times when she didn't think she would survive, physically or emotionally. But now, after years of struggle, she feels more empowered than ever to share her story in its raw, unfiltered form. Tammy also spoke about body positivity in a nuanced way. While some criticize weight loss transformations for moving away from body positivity, Tammy offered a balanced perspective. Body positivity doesn't mean you can't want to change. It means loving yourself enough to make the best decisions for your life. For me, that meant surgery. That meant scars. And I'm okay with that. She emphasized that self-love and self-care look different for everyone. For some, it may be acceptance of their current body. For others, it may mean changing it. Both, she says, are valid. "I'm not trying to be skinny. I'm trying to be healthy. There's a difference." She continued by encouraging others who are on similar journeys to be gentle with themselves. "There's so much pressure out there, so much judgment. But you have to live in your own body, and only you know what's right for you." When asked about the reactions she anticipated from revealing her scars, Tammy admitted she was scared. "I was afraid people would say something negative, that I'd be made fun of, that someone would say I looked worse. But then I remembered I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me." Tammy's evolution, both physically and emotionally, has become one of the most compelling narratives in reality television. What began as a show about two sisters navigating life in large bodies has grown into a deeply human story about struggle, resilience, and identity. In recent months, Tammy has also embraced style and self-expression in new ways. Her makeover, including a fresh hairstyle, new wardrobe, and more confident posture, reflects her inner transformation. No longer afraid to be seen, Tammy seems more willing to be open about the highs and lows of her experience. Still, she reminds everyone that her journey is far from over. This isn't the finish line, it's just another step. I still have weight to lose. I still have things to work on, but I'm not ashamed anymore. And that's the biggest change. Many fans pointed out that Tammy's courage in showing her scars helps reduce stigma around weight loss surgery and recovery. In a culture that often idealizes perfection, her openness serves as a reality check about what true transformation looks like. Tammy also acknowledged those who have supported her, especially those who stood by her even during her toughest moments. I know I've made mistakes. I've pushed people away. I've been angry. But to everyone who stuck around, thank you. Your support means more than I can say. Looking ahead, Tammy says she hopes to inspire others, not just those trying to lose weight, but anyone struggling to feel comfortable in their own skin. If I could come back from where I was, I believe anyone can. Don't give up on yourself. The simple, direct nature of her message struck a chord with viewers. This wasn't a carefully curated press release or promotional campaign. It was a woman standing in her truth, sharing the physical evidence of a battle she fought largely in private. Every scar has a story, Tammy said. And mine tells the story of someone who refused to give up. Tammy's journey continues, and she remains a central figure in conversations about body image, mental health, and the reality of long-term change. Whether you're a fan of the show or not, her recent reveal stands as a reminder that strength doesn't always look like what we expect. Sometimes it looks like a scar. Sometimes it looks like tears. And sometimes it looks like finally being seen for who you really are.